it's Brittany from Coffee Planner Mom, and I'm here today planning in my recipe planner. So this is actually the first time that I am doing a back of a paper spread. So far everything has been on the right hand side, so I'm doing this on the left hand side. I specifically chose this spread to do it on the back of because the spread that we're doing is based off of this, but we basically tweaked it until it wasn't this, and it's completely different. That was chicken and basil cream, which I did I think 2 weeks ago. This one is going to be it's going to be a little bit different. I'm going to be trying to keep the spread looking fairly similar, just because. So one of the things that I always do is for the title of the recipe, I always use my Papermate Inkjoy gel pen in the 0.7. So let's get the recipe written down. All right, so we've got that. Like I said, this is essentially something that we kind of came up with ourselves. We made this last night. And what happened was we had chicken pulled out, and then when I looked to see what dishes we could do, we only had crock pot meals left, and at 5 o'clock at night, that wasn't going to work. But we had a lot of ingredients from over here, just not everything. So we decided that we were going to just go ahead and try to make something happen. Now, I'm looking at what I've already picked out. So I had picked out this purple, which I'm kind of it does look nice together, but I'm not sure I actually want to go with it. I definitely want to use the cream colored bows because I can't get enough of those. And then I had pulled out the Stardust again. So these came from a Simply Gilded box, which I have a coupon. If you've never ordered from her before, it's $5 off of a $15 order. So it's for your first order though. So these came from the same sub box as these, and I'm kind of thinking I might end up going with the pinks, even though these are bees and I don't think it would quite work. I think that this might be cute, and instead of doing the silver, because the page opposite this is with those silver vertical bows, I think I'm going to go with the pink instead. So, oops. Oh. All right. I could not get them to separate for some reason. And I don't know, maybe I'll come back to the pinks. I also pulled out Rainbow Stardust, but the more I'm looking at it, the more I'm thinking, nah. So I've got so much going on. I don't even know what I'm doing anymore. But at least what I do know is for the ingredients. So we're going to use these pink vertical bows, and I'm going to try to make sure that the one bow, and I could pull it out a little bit. Maybe I won't. I think I will. So I just want to make sure that at least that bow on this line is centered. It is going to get to be off center as it goes down, but good enough. And then what I'm actually going to do, I'm going to slice it at this top row. I like to do this because it leaves me with the ability to put deco washi here. I love to do, and I'm gonna have to move my bangle from my right wrist to my left wrist because I'm a righty, and when I'm doing the decorative planning, that's one thing, but I'm going to be doing a lot of writing, and I'm not going to be able to do it with this over here. All right, I got that fixed now. So I'm not going to slice this off yet, just because I might need extra writing space. So I'm going to go ahead and use my Simply Gilded gel pen. This is a 0.5 tip, so it's slightly thinner than the title. That's just how I like to do it. So I'm going to go ahead and get all of the ingredients written down, and then I'll come back in just a minute. Okay, I am very excited about having all of this extra space here. I thought I would end up having to come down to the very bottom, but I didn't. So, because over here, there was quite a lot. So, like I said, yesterday we just kind of made do with what we had, and it came out really well. So, let's see. Now I'm really torn on how I want to do the prep steps. What I normally do is, oh, well actually, what I could do is I could use this washi to differentiate between the different steps. And then it's bringing in the color, and because there's not really bees on this. That's the thing, is I was going to use this and make my banners, but I didn't want to incorporate the bees. And then this one, it has the bees foiled in. So I didn't want to use those. But I think what I'll do is I think I will just, instead of doing instead of doing flags, I think I might just do lines of separation. I think that might work. I mean, like normally I would use 5mm, which, all right, I know what I'm gonna do. I'm kind of mixing foils a little bit, but that's okay. This is actually from the most recent Simply Gilded sub box, so it's hollow foil, but I think silver hollow, you're not really going to be able to see much of a difference. So I'm going to use these to draw basically boxes in each step instead of using flags, because 5mm is just too small for me to mess around with trying to do flags. So to kind of show you what I'm going to do, there's not that many steps. So I think I'll take this and just bring it all the way across here. This way I can start on this top line, how I typically like to do. And, oh, hold on. Because this is only 5mm, I'm doing this freehand, which I don't usually freehand with my knife, but I'm feeling a little confident and I did a good job. Awesome. So, okay, we've got that. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and get the steps all written in. All right, so we've got the steps written down. As I was writing them, I realized that there were 2 ingredients that I forgot to mark down. So one of them I'm going to put over here because it's salt, so pepper and salt. The other one I actually have to, and I'll lift that up in a second and then put it back down. But we need, it's probably, I don't know, he probably uses about 2 teaspoons of lime juice. Now, even though I have that written down, I still have space that I can decorate. Not as much, but that's okay. It's more important to have all the proper ingredients for the dish instead of having space to make this look pretty. I want this to look pretty, but more importantly, this has to be functional for us and functional for my husband. I decorate this and I, like keep track of all of our recipes and everything, but he does the bulk of the cooking. I do the prep work. I try not to touch any raw meat because it kind of skeeves me out a little bit. Now, hold on, how did I have this lined up? I think I had it lined up to here. Yeah. Well, this is where it's gonna go now. So, but anyway, I need to make sure that it's pretty and everything for me, but that it's still very cleanly done for my husband so that it's easy for him to use, because he's the one that's ultimately using this. So now that that's done and I have the other ingredient down, we're going to come over here for serves. We're going to say, how many did this serve? Yeah, I mean, basically the serves 4. I mean, like these are packs of chicken. By the way, let me just kind of go over this. So 1 pack of chicken breast is usually right around 1.5 pounds to 2 pounds. 1.5 pounds is just kind of like pushing it for what will actually feed our family and like how much food it produces. So yeah, just keep in mind. The adobo seasoning is just enough to coat the chicken. You don't want to overdo it. And apparently also salt, same thing. And the lime juice, I said 2 teaspoons because he did put it on the chicken, but then he also squirts it because we use the concentrated like bottles. He squirts it in with it while it's cooking. Capital T's are tablespoons, lowercase t's over here and here are teaspoons. So tablespoons, teaspoons. C is for cup. So main ingredient, we are going to go ahead and just very simply put chicken. Difficulty, what did I say the other one was? I said the other one was a 3. This one, I kind of think that it's not quite difficult either. I don't know if I'd say that it's easier than a 3. I mean, it still involves chicken. So we'll just go ahead and give it a 3. Like I said, I don't think it quite is a 2. Gosh, how much time did it take to prep? I mean, it didn't take that much time. This one took 15 minutes of prep time because we had to chop up basil and stuff. Like, there really wasn't a whole lot of prep. I mean, it's like, yeah, maybe only 5 minutes. We'll just say 5 to 10 minutes, just, you know, to be on the safe side. How long did it take to cook? That says it took 15 minutes. I mean, the chicken probably takes about 14 minutes to cook. We'll just say 15 to 20 minutes. That will be safe, 20 minutes. And then we started on medium heat. And then we did lower it. We'll just say medium. Now, notes. What kind of notes did I put over there? Low carb and restaurant worthy, which that for sure was. So for notes, I mean, this is pretty low carb as well. So we'll put low carb. This is in my healthy section. And the other thing is, so yesterday, we had used up all of our freshly grated Parmesan cheese. So we had to use the Kraft like bottle, the pour bottle. And you could taste that it didn't quite taste right. So I put freshly grated Parmesan cheese over here, and I just want to make sure that I really reiterate that fresh Parmesan seriously makes all the difference in the flavor of this. So we served this to try to keep it low carb. We served it with black beans, but if you're not really worried about carbs, you could serve it with rice. It would be really good with rice. It comes up with a nice amount of cream, and it's very, very tasty. It really is. So here's what we're gonna do. We can decorate. I have a lot of space down here to decorate, which makes me very, very excited. So what I'm gonna do, let's see. We're going to bring in these for sure. And then I don't know if I want to bring in this yellow stardust. I think it might be too yellowy. I don't know. Actually, now that I'm looking at it, it doesn't look as yellowy on the page as it does on the roll. It looks very vibrant on the roll. So I think we'll go ahead and use all of these. So let's see. All right, I'm not sure what I think of the side plate bow here, but I'm gonna leave it. One of the things that I wanna make sure I do, because like I said, I really wanna use more of these bows, and I'm gonna just force it. I'm gonna make it work. The cream bow is really my favorite. So let's get this down. I have to be a little bit more careful because I actually did just slice myself with my Fiskars blade. I was trying to put, and this is probably the worst thing about it, I was trying to put the safety back on, and that's when I got myself. I completely missed it. So we're gonna come to the edge of the line, I think, just because like the curves of this make it very difficult to work with. Yeah, and that kind of, but that's all right. We're gonna put that there. We're gonna put, and this is such a washy, heavy spread, and I have no regrets at all about that. It really is beautiful, but it's also still very simple. And that is what I like. So again, that one ingredient went a little bit further than it should have because of, you know, my own handwriting, but that's fine. Let's get, oh wait, no, that doesn't need to get flattened out, because it only needs to go to here. Well, actually, hold on, because I'm feeling overconfident. So let's see. I don't know if this will work, but we're gonna try. So it kind of pulls up the page a little, which is unfortunate, but I love how that looks. And I'll show you more in a second. I just want to put one more bit of washi, and it's not going to be the foil, the bows. I think I'm going to put this. No, it is going to be the 5mm bow. All right, and then that's gonna do it. I don't think I'm gonna decorate over here actually. Oh, you know what I could have done? I could have done, maybe I will do this all the way down just to kind of separate that. I mean, why not? I've got all this washi, so I kind of am like, I feel like I should use it. No, I think that's a little too extra, even for me. So we will skip that and just leave it like this. Let me get everything out of frame. That's all washi right there. There we go, good enough. So this is the final spread. Let's just kind of wiggle that foil so you guys can see and appreciate it all. I love it. So shiny. Oh my gosh. Okay, chilling Tomotawa over here. I'm a Disney mom. I have a glue stick, so I'll probably have to glue that down. But oh yeah, I forgot to show you. So you can still see that the washi is here. I'll have to figure out what to do. Maybe I'll need to use undo to peel it up. Normally it doesn't cut it, like it doesn't rip the paper. So I'll have to figure out what went wrong, because everything else about that went completely right and I love it and I want to do that again. So I'll figure it out for the next time. But for now, that's gonna do it for this spread, my chicken in Sofrito cream. And if you enjoyed this video, please be sure to give me a thumbs up. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already so that you don't miss out on any of my other videos. Be sure to hit the bell icon. It'll give you pop-up notifications in case you want to make sure that you don't miss any of my videos. And be sure to be following me over on Instagram. Over there, I am at Coffee Planner Mom, and I will see you guys later.